Okay guys, we're back tonight. Any questions about the stuff we covered? Guys, we have covered a lot of stuff within the last couple of days. It's been not overwhelming, but a little bit, you know. So tonight is going to go a little bit light. We're on lesson 14. So any questions about what we went over yesterday, the aw's, any of that stuff, the oohs, sound-alikes, long vowels? No questions?
Just have to practice it.
Hmm?
Yeah. Just gonna have to practice
Oh,
it.
guys,
Just one
you have no
practice.
idea.
But
You do now, but yeah, I mean, you really need to practice this over the weekend. You know, I'd still practice my letters. Nothing gets more important than the other. You know, so you should practice as much as you can. A little bit of everything, you know. Like I told you, when you start out doing your letters, each hand, and get into it. Whatever you think you need to. You know what, I think I'm going to work on long vowels. You know, and turn to the section, you know, section 13 or whatever of long vowels, you know. Or, you know, like Monday, we're going to start doing numbers. Yeah, so it's going to get a little crazy, all right? But it's just part of it. But it'll be all right. What you got?
oh, my pencil.
Oh,
Missing.
so punctuation, we've already done some of it. We've done the period, comma, question mark, okay? And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to teach you how to do the punctuation, how much of it you actually use. You know, to me, it's more important to get the words than the punctuation. You'll have time to do the punctuation when you do your transcript. But, you know, you'll find that you have time to get your periods, you have time to get, you know, and even if it's a question and you put a period, you know, just to signify that that's the end of the, you know, question or whatever, because they'll go through and it may be in a statement, you know, in a closing argument, and they're saying, you know, and then I went through and I said, did you do this? And he answered, yes, I did. You know, you still put the punctuation in there, but it's like, did you do this? And you didn't have time to put the question mark, put the period. You'll know when you go back and do it, it needs the question mark or whatever. So
What would you use some of these for, like parentheses?
I mean,
Because you don't record like gestures,
No.
right? Like if they're like whatever, you don't have to record like.
no.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of these you're not going to use. You know, even semicolon. You know, I hardly ever use a semicolon. You know,
So
or
the
colon.
most you use probably question mark, period, comma.
Those are going to be the most you use, probably. Most frequently used. But I'm going to teach you how to do them, all of them. So, I mean, we're going to learn how to do them today. How much you use them is up to you. Okay. So punctuation must be included in machine shorthand writing. It is essential to do this at the time of writing because punctuation can radically change the meaning of a sentence. Only at the time the words are heard can the reporter be certain, where the punctuation should occur. A change in punctuation may often lead to a totally different meaning, as in, did you say shots were not fired? Or no shots were fired? Or no shots were fired? Or no, shots were fired. And you see how it changes it? Drastically, okay? So, you know, you have to be careful about where you put the punctuation. Don't put it there just because it reads better like that. That's not what punctuation is for, okay? So you have already learned the period, question mark, and comma. Following is a list of all major punctuation, okay? So we already know the period, which is what? FPLT, okay? Comma is RBGS. Semicolon is FR. BGS. Try it. Put both hands on your machine
That's a weird information.
or not. Just do whatever you want.
Sorry.
So that you get the feel of it. FRBGS. Is it coming out?
No.
So right, they are semicolon going home. Does it come out now?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Please, for God's sakes, make sure that you're stroking it right before I get up. Are you stroking it right? Is it coming out for anyone? That was a question. No?
No, it's just a comma.
Okay. It's just a comma?
Correct.
FRBGS?
Or BGS. Just a comma.
I'm not doing it right at all.
Okay. Hmm?
I said, I'm not doing it right at all.
You are correct.
I'm like, I'm just stating the obvious
You
here.
are correct.
I'm so tired. I'm so, like, my brain is just like, yeah. I haven't had a Red Bull. When are you gonna kick in?
And when it doesn't, that's when you know.
Yeah.
Not all of them work.
Hmm?
Not all of them work. Some of them do.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
So really the way that you're going to define it is you back up to it.
Okay.
Control G, and then you do the brackets, and then semicolon.
You put brackets
Bracket.
and then a semicolon?
It's in the bracket, semicolon, bracket.
We added that to the dictionary.
So a winky face with eyebrows.
Huh? Did you drink before?
Is that what you really want?
Yeah,
Hey, I beat him in class, even if I was drinking.
I know. Did y'all get it?
No, what is it again?
Did you get it?
Bracket what?
I'm
Come on,
gonna
next
close
word.
out and try and see if it saves it, 'cause it's not doing it.
Okay, so if you close it out at 9.
So did it work?
I don't know, I didn't when I did it, so I.
Talking about like this,
I'll
right?
Get back.
To change it?
Yeah. And write like the
Oh,
home.
no, I gotta change it in here. Yeah, but.
Still not doing
So it looks like a comma.
it. Huh?
So it looks like a comma.
Yep, 9-2. I even X'd out.
You might have to change it in,
Yeah, should I X out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did it in here?
Yeah, you want this?
Oh, did it on here?
But I have to do it a certain way for it to stay permanently changed. If not, I'll change it once, and I'll do it again, and it's right back to what it was before.
What to do?
So, go ahead, do it again. Then do the brackets and then the semicolon. Oh,
And then what
Well,
do you
that
hit?
he did that.
okay. Yeah,
Do
I
you
have
hit
to do,
lock,
I have
or-
to do main dictionary, and then pick, you know, the one I'm using. I don't know which one you're using, I think it's Stened, right?
Yeah,
Don't use the stem.
No.
Put it in your main dictionary.
I haven't changed it.
So what is this special entries thing?
See, but that's where it's normally saved at.
And we're gonna go off the record. I mean, we're gonna go off for just a second.
Yeah, it worked.